like in the field. We trained a church in Daytona Beach who's part of Christian Surfers International Network. And they had said, hey, can you train us to start churches? We're trying to get surfers to the church, and we realized we need to start churches by reaching surfers. So we've been piloting in several different cities with them, just serving them. And recently they asked us to go to Puerto Escondido, Mexico. Can't really see this very well. And Augie, who's trained in the next room, he's just started doing this within the last 6 months. We prayed and fasted in Florida for a Spanish-speaking leader. We're going to reach Florida. We need Spanish-speaking leaders. So he's an answer to that. And so we've done another training together in Monterey through a church that said, hey, can you come and help us with a construction project and maybe do some training? And so I actually just brought Augie as like hey man, I'm going to train you at that place because it's a safe environment, and then we'll go do Christian surfers together. And he saw 60 households come to faith in 1 week. So imagine going to House of Peace Search. You guys are like, yeah, we do see that. 60 households came to faith. They had churches from the area. They're like, this is what we prayed and fasted for. So then we go to Puerto Escondido, and I know you can't really see very well there, but the first night we're there, I've noticed Augie's pattern. He will make it a point to share the gospel in front of them as fast as he can. So he's going in as the trainer. I'm there as the journalist because I don't speak Spanish. So I'm just there to serve and carry his bags. And you can actually see the glow of me on my phone there posting. I'm live tweeting about this as it's happening. He goes into the restaurant. We're sitting with all the people that have hosted us. Like, hey, how you doing? We're eating a meal. He gets up. He goes to the kitchen. He shares the gospel with the whole kitchen staff. A woman comes to faith and wants to get baptized. So the guys are looking at that thinking, what just happened? One of the guys at the table gets a phone call. It's his brother-in-law who's about to kill himself because he found out his wife committed adultery, and he had a really stupid response to her, and so she's called the police on him. And he called his brother. He called Gabby at the table and said, "Hey, I want to kill myself." And Gabby's like, "Meet me at the house in 5 minutes." He said, "Can you guys come with me and do that at my house?" We're like, "Sure." So this is us in front of the yard that looks dark, and in walks the guy. He sits down, he's weeping. Mateo, who's with us from Gainesville, shares the 3 circles. This guy starts weeping, repents and believes. Now, Augie immediately says, all right, see from the Bible, you need to be baptized. And the guy's like, I don't know if I want to do that without my wife. Guess who walks in? Wife. Wife walks in, sits down. What are we going to do? Share the gospel. Boom, 3 circles. Sobbing. She comes to faith. He says, you want to get baptized? She's like, absolutely. Hey, by the way, there's this water, this cistern right in the front yard with a truck cab on top of it. Only in Mexico. So she makes a beeline for the water. The guy that was, with us at dinner, he gets to baptize his sister-in-law. And then the guy who was going to kill himself, he gets his wife, baptizes him. So God brings them back to himself and brings them back together. While they're dripping wet, Augie is like, all right, let me show you from the Bible. You're new, and you're an ambassador. So who in your life needs to hear this? And they're mapping it out, it's tears, snot, the guy who invited us, his wife, this is her brother, she's been praying for years, and then, so there as a family, like, we know these people, that's right, we know these people. And then they said, okay, we're coming back tomorrow and we're starting church here. Sitting in the room is a 20-year-old named Yaxon. And this is he just watched his aunt and uncle come to faith. Yaxon is an ape and he doesn't know it. He has said, he told us later that a year ago, God confirmed to him that he's supposed to go to India as a missionary in 2 years. He doesn't know what to do. So he went to Bible college. He's been in Bible college for years, banging his head against the wall because he's like, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. But I don't know how to get trained. And I don't know anybody in India. So the next morning, we're casting vision to all the local pastors there. They heard about what's going on. So the pastors come together, and we cast vision from the fruit that happened the night before. And then we give them a real quick training. And then Yokson and his buddy, this is right from his Facebook feed. So here they are. Two guys in the middle. So there's Augie and Mateo. And then Yokson and his buddy Steven. They said, we want to go out and harvest with you guys. So we got in Thursday night. Friday morning, we're going out in the harvest with these guys. And they start leading people to Christ and baptizing them. So we're modeling in the harvest. So Augie says, guess what? You guys are going to train with us tonight. So then they run through some of the modules because he's like, you're doers. So I'm going to help you know how to train with me. So the touch one of the event training, he's already got some local trainers with him. And, well, I wish I could show you. 120 people show up to this training from the city, including 12 people that came 3 hours one way from a village that doesn't even speak Spanish. I have no idea. But I know we got people groups that are unengaged, that are showing up, people groups from the mountains coming down to this training. The word spread. And resources are in the harvest. Somebody's like, my housekeeper speaks their dialect, so they get the housekeeper. So we're doing the training, I'm watching. They're doing the training. I'm actually over here teaching the local Christian school in English, knowing that what's really going to impact this is all those Spanish speakers next door get the training in Spanish. Okay? So yeah, they got the mountain people coming down, getting the training in their own dialect because God provided a translator in the harvest. Somebody's housekeeper shows up. Okay? And so these guys get up there and here we go, I think I do have, this is his video. There's the training. All these people showing up, piled in here. And there's the guys up here. This is straight from Yokson's Facebook feed. Okay, I'm just pulling it up for this. So here you see the training happening. During the harvest time, all right, we're going to go out and share the gospel in pairs. This guy comes back dripping wet. This is Yokson, because he baptized somebody in the harvest. Okay? Guess what? We found the plan. We found the man that God wants to use. We found him. The whole point of going there is to filter and train to find the laborer. That four-soil laborer. And they will get to movement. And we prayed and fasted for it, and it just so happened that, we found them. Now, God also provided us Augie, who's a four-soil guy, who can help us find other four-soil people. So then, look at what happens after the training. The next day, we had people who weren't able to come to the training say, hey, we want this training. So the first training's Saturday, we said, well, let's do another one. And guess who did most of the training? Yokson and Steven. So here they are, leading the second touch of training, being assisted by Augie and Mateo. They're doing most of it. This is Monday night. We're already back in America. Who's that? Yokson. Training anybody and everybody he can. Tuesday. Now they're spending the day in the harvest. Tuesday, he's finding people to train. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. See what happens when we get out of the way. I don't even know who we are. Just watching what God's doing. They're just waiting in the harvest. So that's this whole, the training's not about the training. Training's about trusting the Holy Spirit to find the laborer that he wants to use. And are you kidding me that here we got this some guy in Mexico that feels called to India with his partner? And they've already come up with a plan for how they're going to fund it. They will die for this. And so our role is, man, let's just, how can we serve you? How can we get out of the way? Help you, coach you. So Augie's now coaching them, and he's planning to go spend some time there investing in them. So anyways, the 3 touches is helping Model Assist watch the find, the labor, and just serving them to watch those locals get to moving. Now they're training more people than we ever could. And I asked them, I said, how many people could you reach? And then they're like, well, we know people in Mexico City, we could train them. They're listing off cities. And they know these people that we train them, they'll reach them. They're like, yeah, we know these Miztec people, these unreached people groups. We know people, we can train them, reach them. So, anyways, because it was asked, have you ever seen this play out? I just saw it recently. I wasn't planning on it. It just kind of happened. And so I hope, does that help to see what it can look like, and that it's just all about God revealing the people and then serving them and watching what they'll do. So go ahead and take a moment and just debrief that at your table. It'll actually give us a second to figure out what's coming next. So.